Guess what? I have all of the pieces ready for Walter. I have a head. I did have a body. I don't know where it went. I have a body. I have a head. I have a hairpiece. I have an ear, another ear, a leg, another leg, 2 more legs, and a tail. I am ready to assemble Walter the zebra. Sorry, the baby's playing something scrunchy. I actually deviated from the pattern for the tail because I thought trying to stitch on 3 separate parts would be a pain, so I've just kind of done 3 little springy things all together, so hopefully that'll be alright. The only thing I have not done is a little heart. Side note, I'm a little bit worried that if I do this heart, it's just going to look like a prolapse anus. I don't like assembling toys in the evening because that's when I'm very tired and then I start putting on wonky body parts in weird places, which I think is understandable. So I think I'll wait until the hubby is free to help with babysitting, so we'll do that. But I thought I'll give a little bit of another view of me crocheting the heart with you. I am very excited to seeing Walter all put together. I'm hoping he goes down a treat with a bubba. I've got a grumpy doggy because she likes to bark at small children. Mischief. So yeah, after all of that crocheting to make Walter, there is 2 of these off-white balls left, and then the majority of this pink left, plus a few bits and scraps which I'll use to sew everything onto the zebra together. So I'm going to think of something smart for this. Walter's little sister? Who knows? She nice and soft. A few of the mums I know from our NCT class are actually crafty people as well. In preparation for Mother's Day, we are having a little crafty day together where we're going to do some hand-painted baby grows for our little ones because we're taking part in a special baby sensory class on Mother's Day weekend. However, I'm taking advantage that one of these mums has a ball winder. I have some yarn that I need to get out of these skeins into balls. So I have a couple of Bird Street yarn. So this is merino and nylon. I think they're both merino and nylon. Oh no, this one's just merino. This is merino, just merino, and this is merino and nylon. And this one actually reacts, the little flecks react in the UV light. I have a Halloween jumper with a very similar yarn in it, and this one you can kind of see has a little bit of sparkles in. I bought these for the bubba to maybe make a fun outfit for the bubba out of. I also have, this is already unwinding a bit, merino and yak silk, which I kind of impulse bought. It's absolutely stunning. It's from Yarn Tings. I really recommend you check them out. They're based in London. They had a beautiful selection of these yarns and I fell in love with the silk. This is another pure silk one, which again was an impulse buy in Phoenix Rising colour stuff, and I heard on the grapevine that they might be stopping the silk. So if you want some, get in there while you can. It's absolutely stunning. It feels amazing. I have no idea what I'm going to make with this. I have a few ideas, but we shall see. And then I have this. This is a mess. This is Renko Multi Araucania. I bought this from a fantastic lady down in Ventnor in the Isle of Wight. She has a shop which I actually loved, and she was an absolute joy to have a chat to. But this is again another hand-dyed yarn that just looks really nice and fun. Apparently there's lots in these to make a ball, or to make several balls obviously, but enough to do some fun projects with, apparently. So I am looking forward to seeing how big the balls come out and what I can end up making them with. I don't have a ball winder myself. I could wind them by hand. I have done that before, but it's a pain in the bum. So I'm gonna leave it to the experts. I'm sorry about the background noise in this take because I have the washing machine on. However, I wanted to share with you guys that I had finished the cowl thing I was working on. Woo! So for some reason, to me, the stitches look a bit squiffy, so I'm hoping once it's blocked, it'll be alright. I have had enough just to do like a bit of a finishing on the end, similar to the gloves and the hat. And I really love the colour swatch on this. So what I'm thinking is, initially, how I would wear it would be folded in half, and then, oops, it's taking longer. So initially it would be folded in half, and kind of, I had this idea of having a triangle, but it's not quite long enough. So what I was thinking is just doing a faux button here, and then having a button here and here just to kind of hold the edges down and make kind of a nice, cute, sort of fake collar, which I can wear with whatever outfit I'm wearing, and then just take it off like you would a hat or something. I don't know if there'll be enough stretch to do that, but that's what I'm thinking. So it'll be a really, really warm, cozy cowl to wear with the hat and gloves, and I can wear it with pretty much anything. So that is the plan for that one. I'll double check what buttons I've got left and give it a blocking and see what happens. In the meantime, I'm out of crochet projects that don't need assembling, so I'm going through my stash again, and I have been eyeing up this stuff. I have had this stuff for maybe 2-3 years, I think now. Initially I bought it for myself because it's bamboo cotton, and I love the feeling of bamboo cotton, and I was going to make like a cardigan or top for myself, but it's a pretty good baby colour, so I'm thinking I will make either baby dress or a baby jumper out of this. I have 4 balls of this stuff. So this is Stylecraft Naturals Bamboo and Cotton, 100 grams, colour lavender, and there is about 250 meters in each ball, which means I have I have 1,000 meters of this stuff, which should be more than enough to make a little outfit for her or something. I'm just looking at the crochet hook. So it recommends a crochet hook 3.5. God, everything is so noisy today. Here's the postman. Postman didn't. Oh no, there he goes. So I'm thinking, because I got 1,000 yards of or 1,000 meters of this stuff, that I can probably make definitely a dress, but maybe a little cardigan as well. And I have buttons to match. So I picked up these buttons from Ethel and Joan at the Unravel Festival this year. I picked these specifically to go with this yarn, so it is definitely going to be a baby project. So these are just clear resin buttons with some sort of silver and purple little confetti stuff. So these are clear casted resin with a bit of silver and purple sparkly glitter in them. When I bought them, she actually made them up like the day before or something, so they were a fresh thing that she was trialing them out, and I got them specifically to go with this yarn for a baby project. So let's see what pattern I'm gonna make. Oh, I am so disheveled today, and the baby's making fart noises in the background. It's not me. Yesterday I had a really fun day of crafting with some other mums. One mum brought one too many baby grows, which are the baby onesies, and the other one has a fantastic workroom full of lots of fun bits and pieces. So we decided to make Mother's Day themed baby grows. So I made a baby grow for my baby, and then I did a little It was supposed to be her handprint, but it was a joyous, messy, very messy craft session with babies. But the person who was hosting had some stuff to make cakes. So one of my yarns, this was the one that I got down in the Isle of Wight. It's, where'd it go? This is wool and polyamide, called Ranco Multi. You can get it from Knitting Fever apparently. So this is like a hand-dyed yarn, wool, so it'll be nice and cozy. And we also got sort of the silk done. This was a ball ache. This was a ball ache to put into a ball. So I'm going to have to work from the outside rather than the inside of the ball. And I do know what I think I'm going to make out of this. So I might make this my next personal project, just because I know if I leave it, this ball is just going to become a mat and it's going to be sad, and then I'll never want to use it ever again. So the other mums also have really cool baby shawls, which I know I'm talking about baby stuff and please don't switch off, but this is amazing. So there is a company called Osha, who I'll link up somewhere, and they do hand woven fabric baby shawls, and at the moment they have a Lord of the Rings theme going on, and they are absolutely beautiful pieces. And one of the mums bought a bag of scraps, and she said it was like supposed to be a small bag of scraps, but some of the scraps are huge, and I commandeered one. This wasn't even the prettiest one they had, but look at this. It's stunning. It's so pretty. Like, she bought a bunch of stuff that she and the other mum were kind of figuring out what to do with, and this was one that neither of them liked, and I'm like, I like it. I quite like the browns and the sort of sunsetty colours. I cannot believe this is hand woven. It's absolutely stunning. It's so beautiful. And I have another little bit as well. I can't remember the name of this pattern, but it's covered in carnations or something, and I've got another piece here as well. The thing is, like, also some of them are like double-sided, so if you don't like the brown, you could go for like the white, for example. It's quite a substantial size, so they were planning on making maybe baby hats out of this. But I might have enough to make kind of dungarees if I find like a matching fabric somewhere, maybe in my stash or something, to make dungarees out of, or I don't know, a little top or shirt or something. So I'm not quite sure what to do with that yet. The dog is barking, so I'm gonna have to go again. Whee! I forgot to mention that we have also booked our first holiday of the year. We're hoping that we can still travel abroad, but we're waiting for Bubba's passports before we book that in. However, our first camping trip of the year has been booked. I have a camper van, so we're going to be doing like a little bit of a van trip with the Bubba and see how she gets on. We have friends and family nearby the area that we're going to, so hopefully hopefully it all goes fine, but if it doesn't, we'll have people nearby to help us out. It gives me some inspiration to bust some stash specifically for the van trip. Now, I keep going on about how I want to like try knitting and I want to try other things, but I don't have the time at the moment to learn a new skill. I tried to even teach myself coding not too long ago in a new game engine that I hadn't used before, and I started off strong and it did not last. As the baby grows, she requires more attention, as you might be able to hear, which means I have less time to do stuff for myself. But one of the things that I wanted to learn is mosaic crochet, and I've been wanting to learn this for ages, and the theory is because it's still crochet, it shouldn't be too hard. We'll see how this math works out. Guys, look. He's complete. Walter the zebra has finished. And oh my god, was sewing him together such a pain. So I usually, when I'm joining all the joints, do kind of like a whip stitch and do it quite tightly, but because of the yarn and the type of fibre it was just kind of pulling apart. So I feel like there is some shoulder surgery in Walter's future, and maybe a bit of a hip surgery as well. However, look, he's done! He is about the same size as the baby. Didn't really hide the seams at the back, but I'm thinking maybe I can make him like little cardigans and stuff as time goes on. I very rarely pin things on before I stitch them when I'm making cuddly toys, and I should really start doing it because everything is slightly wonky, but I think that gives him charm, doesn't it? He sits really cute, and she's already interacted with him and he seems to be a hit. So as she gets older and learns how to interact with him more, hopefully she'll enjoy him more. Looking forward to getting him covered in drool and matted. That is the bonus of the fact that this is wool and the type of fibre it is, or how the fibre reacts, is that I think if all else fails I could just stab him with a needle a few times and just felt his arms to him. He's very good at doing the box splits. And the heart kind of came out okay. Doesn't look like a bum hole. Winning. Yay!